Hola, Ursula here from Simply Cuba Tours. Today I want to share with you a little bit about our aspirations for 2022 and how that fits in with our mission and vision and values. In case you haven't seen me before or you don't know much about Simply Cuba Tours, I also want to share with you a little bit of a background information. So, I am Ursula. I am one of the founders of Simply Cuba Tours. You will see me around, you will see me on the videos, and hear a lot from me here on in. My partner Johannes is actually a nature photographer and nature tour guide, and he's born and bred Cuban. So, because of that, and our vision being able to support the community and provide a cultural immersion, our style of travel that we offer is what's known as a sustainable travel. So, we are a sustainable small group tour company. We actually keep our tours really small, anywhere between 6 to 8 people is our maximum. We are also focusing on the likes of nature. As you can see, the birds behind me, one of our focus is birding photography because we want to be able to raise awareness of the wonderful and mostly protected nature as well as the richest bird life in the Caribbean that's in Cuba, and we want to share that with you, share the experience with you, and help you create some magical moments by capturing them through your camera. The other focus that we have is the underwater world of Cuba because it is absolutely beautiful. There are some amazing coral reefs. In fact, one of the areas that we visit through that tour is actually the second biggest after the Great Barrier Reef around the world, which is actually not a very well known fact. Again, it is protected, and we want to make sure that it is staying protected whilst shared responsibly with others. Our third tour for 2022 will be focusing on travel photography, so you can actually see nature in a different way. You get to see the amazing time capsule that Cuba is. Discover the communities and also capture some beautiful nature shots as well as the amazing architectures in the various places that we visit. So the reason we are choosing these focus and the style of travel is mainly that we want to provide a cultural experience for yourself where you are immersed with the Cuban people. You get to see their life, you get to see how they look after nature, you get to see how they're protecting their traditions, what their life is like, what they are about. You get to enjoy their hospitality, and on the other side of the coin, we actually get to support the community through providing sustainable tours. The way that we do that is firstly creating employment. So we are really looking forward to getting back on the road because that means that we can actually have our local tour guides back in doing what they love doing, which is guiding you, taking you on a tour, sharing experiences with you and showcasing the best of their country. Well, they are the best of their country. I may be a bit biased, but they actually love their jobs and they love being on the road and they love sharing the nature with you, their lifestyle with you, their history with you, their culture with you. So I cannot wait to actually get them back on the road and share that passion that they have for their job with you. The other way we're creating employment is obviously if we're kicking our goals and targets, then we'll be able to provide opportunities for other people like an ancillary team, your administrators, your coordinators in each area that we visit. It will be just fantastic to see the team grow, to be able to support them, and through your having an amazing experience, we also get to support their family. So when you travel sustainably, you actually get to see where the money goes that you spent on the tour. You actually get to meet the people that your visit supports. The other way that we are supporting the local community that I go on about is using casas, using the local stays. And there is a couple of reasons for that. One is that that's the only business that one can have currently, although things are changing in Cuba. So hopefully it will stay one of the opportunities where you can actually mingle with the locals. And also, whilst you are staying in a casa, depends on how much you want to be involved. You actually see everyday life because you're staying where the people are. If you get involved with your casa owner, you actually become kind of like the family. You get to meet mom and dad, you get to meet the children, you get to see how they're interacting and what they do in their day-to-day life, which can be quite interesting. The next thing that we do is basically an eating at Paladins, which I tell you, if anyone tells you that Cuban food is not good, they haven't been eating at a Paladin, because Cuban cooks are absolutely amazing. The Paladins are kind of like home style cooking, and they will bring you traditional Cuban food. This is something that they would be serving to their family and friends, which is what they're cooking for you, which is, that's what they grew up with. You cannot go wrong. But again, because you are using the local expertise, using the local people's services, you are actually giving back to the community doing so whilst you enjoy an amazing feast. Well, on our travels, you will also find that there are so many artists in Cuba. Obviously, you don't have to buy anything, but if you were considering buying any sort of artifacts or mementos, then we strongly encourage you to actually purchase it off from the artist direct. So when we're visiting places like Cienfuegos or Trinidad, you actually see the painters at work, the craftsmen at work. So if you like something, buy it off them and support them directly rather than getting the mass-produced stuff elsewhere. Now, these are the stuff where you get involved directly, but then indirectly you're also supporting the farmers, and in a way also directly, because some of our tours we actually go and visit the farms, especially the tobacco plantations, so you get to see how cigars are produced, how it's still created through the artisan way, learn about how the particular family has passed down their knowledge and skills through the generations, how they're doing it now. And if you're that way inclined, you can buy the cigars from them directly. So that's a direct support, but at the same time, the likes of your casa owners, your Paladin owners will also be going to the farmers for your food supply. So we're also supporting them indirectly, which is absolutely amazing. Now, if you are actually visiting us through one of the travel photography workshops and interested, we can even take you to the markets yourself to see what they're like, because they're quite different from where you're coming from. So I hope that in the future it is true that people are looking for experiences where they can give back to the communities that they're visiting, and also looking at ways to building their cultural knowledge and awareness. And I really hope that it is something that you'd like to enjoy, that you'd like to discover, and that hopefully in 2022 you will do it with us, so we can actually support Cuban communities around the island.